Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, let's see the structure of a C program. Before getting into the structure, I will just explain a simple C program. This is the header file of the C program, which is a mandatory part. And this is a main function command we are giving just to say that main program is going to get started. And this open and close curly braces indicates the body of the C program. This main function is a very important part from where the program gets executed. This is a clear screen and get function. I will explain this while explaining the structure. This is the printf command. And in a program, we can use number of printf functions. Whenever we need, we can use printf functions. This printf function will just display the contents, whatever is given in this double quotes will just be printed in the output screen. Suppose this is the output screen. If I want to run the program, I have to save the program first. I will just save like first pgm.c. Whenever I want to save a C program, I have to save like .c. And in my introduction video, I forgot to say a point like C is a platform dependent programming language. Unlike Java is a platform independent language, which means Java program we can write anywhere, like in Notepad, Excel, PowerPoint, we can write anywhere and save as .java. With .java extension, we can run the Java program. But C is a platform dependent. We have to write C program only which supports C program. Like for example, Turbo C, code blocks, Eclipse. These are few softwares which support C programming language. Okay, now I saved it as first pgm.c. Now I will compile the program and see. Compilation is the process where we will see whether there is any error in the program. Okay, I will compile, then if I run the program output will be like hello all. And this star will just get printed like this. If I want to print this in next line, if the star should be in next line, I will give /n here. It is a backslash. I will give /n where the stars get printed in the next line. So this printf function is just to print the contents. Whatever is given in double quotes will be printed in the output screen. That's it. Hope you have copied the previous program. With reference with that program, I have told that header files is a mandatory part in the program. So header files. Then main function. What I told, by the main function, the main program is going to get started. It is the command we are giving. So whenever in programming languages you find this open and close bracket, it means it is a function. It is a predefined function. Predefined in sense, this function will already have a meaning in the C library, C standard library. So whenever you use that function, the work of that function already programmed, the work of that function will get started. Okay, and then this open and close curly braces indicates the body of the program. And here I have given the printf statements, clear screen gauge and the printf statements. And inside the body, all the statements should end with semicolon. Semicolon is the termination symbol. So all the printf scanf, all the functions, every line should end up with the semicolon, with some exception in looping and all that I will explain later. But the simple command is inside this open and close bracket, every line should end with the semicolon. Okay, now let us get into the structure of a program. Actually, the first one, documentation section, is an optional part. In this, you can give the author name, date of the program written, or the content, what are the inputs and what for the program is. So if you want, you can add this section in the program. So I will give like the author, date, all the details of the program will be given in the documentation section. So if I want to give this part should not be error checked. So I will give it into the comment line, single line comment line or paragraph comment line. So this is not a command line. There is a difference between command line and comment. It is a comment line. So this is a single line comment line and this is a paragraph comment line. So whatever I give in the single line comment line will not be error checked. We can write whatever content we want or whatever we have to get remembered, we can write in this about the program. So in single line comment line, I can write a single line, some comment like this program was written by. So this single comment line can support only one line. If I want to write any paragraph like that, I can give this paragraph comment line. 2 or 3 lines or more than other, I have to give this paragraph comment line. So this comment line will be skipped by the compiler. So compiler will not error check these things. Whatever given inside the comment line will not be error checked. So this is documentation section. Next is the link section. This is a mandatory part. Link section is nothing but the header files. I have already explained what are the header files. Important header files are as include, studio.h, stdio.h, then as include, conio.h. These two are very important for a C program and there are a lot of header files we can include whenever we need. There are optional. According to the program, you can include all those header files, but these two should be very important and should be written in a C program. So I will explain later what is this one, what is hash include, what is studio, I will explain later. First I will tell this one. Then is the definition part. Definition part is nothing but we will define something. If I define like this, no, as define max 100, or if I give as define pi as 3.14, if wherever I use pi word inside the program, it will be replaced by 3.14, or wherever I use max word, it will be replaced by 100. So this one hash in header file or in definition part, everywhere this is a preprocessor. So what does this one do is like, if I add this hashtag, hash symbol, this will bring all the contents in some other file. In which file? Here it will bring from stdio.h file, std studio file. It will bring all the contents, whatever the program has written under this studio file, every content will be brought. Okay, then is the global declaration section, where it will be before the main function. Global declaration section will be before main function. Here you can give any variables or functions which we feel like it should be used in throughout the program, not only in this block. If I add any other block also, this should be common. So if I declare everything globally, we can use it anywhere in the program. That is global declaration section. And then comes the main program. Here we can write all the contents, all the variable we can declare, all the inputs we can give, whatever we need, we can do in the main program. Okay, with the contents whatever we seen previously, let's try to write a simple program. Like now I am going to start writing a program as okay. This is the documentation section, which is very optional, and I will write here this first C program. This is a paragraph comment line. So I can write in next line also. Compiler will not check actually. Written by Okay, so if I give like this, the compiler will not error check this part. This is just for our reference. So this is the documentation section. Now let's give the header file. Hash include studio.h, then hash include studio.h. Then my main program gets started. So that global declaration section is not mandatory for all the program. Wherever we need, we will use those things. But this is a normal program. Then I will start the program. I will give CLR SCR. Then printf. I will give /n because after hello, it should come to the next line and print this one. Then H or any number of printfs you can give, and this program is of no great use, but just to make understand, I have written this simple program, and these two are header files, which is very important. There are more header files, but this is very important for a C program. Studio.h means standard input output dot header file. This is studio.h. So this studio.h is important for all the inputs and outputs. Normally we write program just to make we will give some inputs and we will expect some output from the system. So a normal program always contains inputs and outputs. So to accept the inputs and display the output, studio.h header file is very important, and this supports the input and outputs. In this program, the output function is the printf function. So what does the printf function do? Just print whatever is given outside in the output screen. So this is the output function. Printf is the output function. There are a lot of other output functions also. We'll see later that one. And then input function. Input function is scanf. We'll see later what is scanf and all. So to accept this input and output function, printf and scanf, we give this studio.h and conio.h. It is the header file which supports clear screen and Getch. If clear screen and Getch have to work, we have to give this header file conio.h. This one is console input output dot header file. So what does this conio do? It supports Getch and clear screen. Okay, what is Getch and clear screen is for? Clear screen is nothing but clear the screen. And as I already said, this open and close function means it is a function which has a meaning already. So if I use the word clear screen, it means to clear the output screen. So I have already done a program and saw output in my output screen. Next you are coming and writing a program. Then if you see the output without using this clear screen, my output will be displayed at the first, then your output will be bottom to that. So just to clear the previous output screen, previous outputs, and give a fresh output screen, we use the word clear screen. We use the function clear screen. Then what is Getch is for? Okay, I hope you are clear with this. I will erase it off. Now we have to see what is Getch is for. And how we will pronounce it as Getch function. So as I said already, inside this open and close bracket, everything should end with a semicolon. Okay, what is Getch is for? Get the characters used in the program. Get the characters. Okay, actually what does character mean in C program, C and other programming languages. Characters means it is of 4 types. Alphabets, both uppercase and lowercase, then digits, then special characters. Here we will refer special characters as all the symbols in the keyboard. Then is the white space. White space means the space bar, enter means for the next line, space bar, next line, everything, whatever we use for the space comes under this characters. Get the characters. So in a program, a normal program will contain all these 4 things. Alphabets will also contain digits, will also contain special characters like everything, open and close braces, semicolon, everything. And then white spaces, the space bar, will use space bar compulsorily. So to accept all these things in a single word, we give get command, which means get the characters used in the program. That's why we give the get before closing the program. Get will be given before ending the program. Okay, now let us put all together and write a simple thing. First will be the documentation section, which is an optional part just for someone to understand what the program is for. So this contains 2 things: single line command line and paragraph command line. It is command line. Then is the header file, which is known as link section. So header file is a very mandatory part, in that which we saw studio.h and conio.h. Studio is for accepting the input and displaying the output. Normally a program is just mean to accept some input and give the appropriate output. So these 2 will be supported only by giving the header file. Studio.h means standard input output.header file. Commonly we will use printf as output function and scanf for input. And there are a lot of things that we will see in the separate chapter. Then conio is for CLR, SR, clear screen, and get function. We have seen why clear screen is for to clear the output screen or give a fresh new output screen. And then get is for get all the characters used in the program. So we will give this get before closing the program. Then is the main program. To start the main program, we will give main function command. This command we will give, and then is the body of the program where we will give program statements ended by semicolon. This is a normal structure of a C program. Global declaration part and all we will see whenever it is necessary. In global declaration part, we will declare some variables and functions, user defined functions, where we feel like we have to use all those in all the blocks. We have to use globally. So that and all we will give in the global declaration part. Okay, now let's write a simple C program. I no need documentation section. So I will start from the header file. As include studio.h, as include conio.h, void main. It is a main function. Void is a return type, which means there is no return word in my program. To simply say, there is no return word in my program. The program will not return any value. That means void. Void means empty or no return type. While we are using in the upcoming programs, we will understand exactly what void is for. No return type. Studio conio void main, and then clear screen CLR, SCR, then printf, This is C program. Written by. And get. If I do not use get, sometimes there will be a error thrown, or whenever I try to run the program will not run, it will just blink and go. The screen will just blink, I will not get the output screen. So the get command is very important. So this clear screen and get is supported by conio.h header file. This printf is supported by studio.h, and this is a program where we did not create any memory space. We did not create any variables. This is a very simple program just to display these two things. Thank you.